Hey everybody! Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are returning. My name is Hannah. This is a channel about cross stitch, and we have a couple of things to go through. I know it's been 2 weeks, but like I don't have that much. I feel like I don't have that much to show for 2 weeks. I've been fairly monogamous, so here we are. I do have a couple of WIPs, but I've been mostly monogamous. And I will be for the foreseeable future. I will have a few, like, sporadic things in there, but here we are. So, do we want to start with WIPs? We'll start with WIPs that you've seen before. Yes, okay. So, there is also a thing that I want to say, and I think that this is right, but I showed you Carla's, I'm doing a round robin, and I showed you Carla's piece when I first got it. Pretty sure that I stitched it and sent it on without showing it in a video. So if you want to see what I stitched, watch Sarah's channel. If you want to see what I stitched on Carla's project, because I don't think I showed it here. I don't think. I could be wrong. I could have showed it and just forgot, but pretty sure I never showed it. So I don't think I showed it. I don't know why I just zipped that back up. Anyway, in this project bag, I only say that because I have the next project, but this is not it. So this, obviously, most people, if you watch my channel, know what this is. Yes, I did change my nails again, people. They're really grown out, so there's a lot of, like, growth. So I'm changing them again this weekend. So next time you see me in 2 weeks, it'll be the next color, whatever color I decide to do. But yeah, I decided to do a like gray and sparkle kind of situation. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that'll be a new thing that I show off my manicure every 2 weeks because I just do it in my kitchen. I don't do it in my kitchen. I do it in my dining room. Anyway, so in this project bag is my Witchy Stitcher Supernatural Cell. I don't have a cover photo because it is a mystery stitch along. And I don't know what you saw. I think I have 2 things added since you've seen it last. I think. Pretty sure. So here is what it looks like now. So I believe 2 weeks is like a long time for me to remember, people. I think last time this wasn't there, and I know this wasn't there because this was just this last weekend. So we added the harpy and the ogre. I loved him. He was so good. The harpy, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I do like it after I finished it. I do like it, but when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know about that one. I don't know, to me it doesn't look like a harpy. It looked like an owl. I know it's got like the hair and stuff, but, and I get it, it's supposed to be a bird, but, I don't know, it didn't, my first thought wasn't harpy when I looked at it. Now my first thought was like ogre or something when I saw this one, so he is awesome. I love him. But I wasn't sure about her. I'm gonna call her her. Could be a man, but here we are. Like, my phone keeps on telling me I have an overdue service on my car, which we will get into life stuff after this. It's not really a long thing, it's just what happened yesterday. But I know I'm not overdue a service, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so here's where we're at. It's looking really good. We are so close. We only have 3 more left. Can you believe that? I feel like I just started this. But yeah, I think this Friday is an off week, and then we'll have 3 more weeks. I think this Friday is an off week, because at the end of the month, and usually the last Friday of the month is an off week. And it's like almost Halloween, so I think it'll be an off week. But I'm caught up, so I don't need to worry about it. So you won't get to, well, yes, you will see this, because then the week after this will come back out. So in 2 weeks you will see this again, but you'll only see 1 creature. And then here is a comparison photo. go in. And this I'm doing on the fabric is Ojon by Grace Notes Fabrics on 40 count linen. 40 count linen. Okay. The next WIP is a WIP that you've not seen on my channel, but you've seen on other channels if you watch them, which a lot of people do. So we're doing a round robin. It is a bunch of us. So I have Janet's, and oh my gosh, guys, I need to do this one like after this round robin is over, or maybe not even after it's over, just like at some point here soon. I need to do this one on my own. I just do. I love it. So it is Dreaming of Sunflowers. If you've watched my channel already, you know how this round robin works, but for anybody who's new, I will explain. So basically, a bunch of us floss tubers we chose one of the Dreaming of from Rosewood Manor, and we all chose, I think most of us chose different ones. And what we're doing is the person who chose the pattern will do one of the motifs, and then we'll send it on to the next person, and the next person will choose a motif. So like, let's say that Janet started with this one. She didn't, but let's just pretend she did. Then the next person would stitch one of the offshooting motifs. So like maybe they'd stitch this one, or this one, or this one, whatever. They'd stitch one of them, and then they'd send it forward, and the next person would choose another one, and then it would keep going until the whole thing like builds out. Pretty sure Janet started with this one, which, good for you, unless that's like the middle or close to the middle. I was not, I did like the big giant motif on mine because it was in the corner and that was easy, but I think she started here. It could be wrong, but I'm almost positive she started here on this one, which is an awesome one to start on. That's such a pretty one. But anyway, I don't have a cover photo. I mean, I don't have a start photo for you because, so there will be no comparison because I don't do that for my round robin pieces. But here, where are we? Okay, here's what it looks like, and it doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, let me try this. There we go. This is where it is right now at the moment. Couldn't tell you who did everything because can't remember. I know some of them have the initials. I don't know. Not all of them have initials. Some of them have initials, so I'm not really sure. And I'm pretty sure after Janet did hers, Carla did a couple of these. Like, she didn't just do one, she did a couple of them. And then some of the letters and words are in. I don't really know how Janet wants us to do them, so I didn't worry about any of the letters or anything. I did this little motif up here with a couple of the offshooting little stitching around because who wants to do just this one little tiny thing? So I just did that. This was my main motif, but I did like a couple of the extra little stitches. And then I'm pretty sure Crystal did this giant huge motif. I think Corinne did this one, and Colleen did this one, and then pretty sure Janet did this one, and then like Carla did a couple of these. Or like, I don't know, but that's what it looks like. And this is on some fabric, 18 count Aida that Janet dyed in the called for DMC. And I love the colors in this, seriously. And I have not stitched on Aida in forever, as a lot of people know here on this channel. I'm not an Aida stitcher. I don't mind it, I just don't stitch on it. It's not my preferred fabric. So it was different to stitch on. And because it's 18 count Aida, my brain went, okay, it's two strands over one stitch. So I'm stitching along 2 strands, and I'm looking at it, I'm going, why I look so much more bulky than everybody else is. And then I realized it's being stitched 1/1. So I only did like 10 stitches, but I had to take them out and put one stitch or one strand in because I didn't like that mine was so bulky in comparison to everybody else's because I didn't realize it was being done 1/1. And like, good plan, because it looks way better 1/1 than it did 2/1. For sure. But it's so funny because usually on 18 count, I would go towards doing 2/1. That's what I have done before when I've worked on Aida. So, but I'm so glad she didn't do that. And I obviously won't be doing mine on Aida, but I like the daintiness of this, so I might like try to find, I have a lot of 46 count at the moment, so I might be able to find something that's 46 count. Actually, I just got something that I might be able to do it on, but we'll see. So that's where that is. A lot of conversation about this piece. But yeah, I definitely had to frog. Definitely had to pull out Mr. Frogger and do some frogging. So, and the bag is really pretty. Isn't the bag really pretty? Yeah, super pretty. Okay. And I think that is the last, yes, that is the last WIP that you've seen. So before I go on to my new start, because I do have a new start, before I do that, I'm going to show you the finish that I had to lead into the new start. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put this back in there. I'll do that afterwards. I'll do that after, so you guys don't have to hear me opening and closing the bag again. So, let me show you my finish. So, as we all know, I'm doing the Cottage Garden Samplings series. Don't have the cover photo up here with me. I don't need to. It's finished. So, if you've been on Facebook and you follow any groups that I might be in on Facebook, specific groups. Like if you're in the Cottage Garden Samplings group, you have seen this already. But I did finish the ferret, and I did frame him. So, that's what he looks like. Yes. I really love him. He was really fun to stitch. Last time, I will have a comparison photo for this one, because I have a comparison because I was still stitching him last time. Pretty sure I basically was done stitching him and I just had to do the flower over here. Or maybe I was done stitching him and I just had to do the flower in the house. Yes, that was right, because I remember I ran out of this color. So I was like starting on this flower. Yes, I remember now. So I finished, and this past weekend put him in a frame. He looks really great. And not only that, but I put this one in a frame too. It's the same exact frame. So he is, I guess, one of them has to be a female, right? She can be a she, I guess. She's a she. I don't know. They're interchangeable. They are non-gendered. But yeah. Put that one in a frame, same exact frame. I just bought all the frames at the same time. And then the last one was this one, so I put the jackrabbit in a frame as well, same frame. Really fun because it's just like you can put it on a table or you can hang it. So I just have them out on a table right now. And I just framed these myself. I stretched them on foam core board, and then I stuck them in the frame. I used the pinning method because absolutely no way. I've tried lacing and I hated it. So I think I did a pretty good job with the centering. It's not perfect, but it's pretty darn close. And then I used the same fabric for all of them. So the spring part of the series is all done on Jennifer. It's a 32 count, which is perfect because a 32 count lends itself to being 7x9, so you can just get a standard 8x10 frame and it works perfectly. So I'm really glad about doing that size and choosing that size. So if you're in the market to do those pieces and you don't want to do it on 40 count, I recommend 32 count because it's like the perfect size for a standard frame you can get at like Michael's or Joann's or any kind of craft store. Okay, so now I've showed you those. Oh, and then the comparison photo of the ferret. That'll be in here probably right now, and I'm gonna wheedle talk because I want the photo up long enough before I show the next project that I started, and y'all know which project it is if you're keeping up with the series, because it's just the next one. So the next one I started was the bear. Oh, and yes, I do not put glass on most of my projects. I know some people are like, why? I don't know, I just don't like putting glass on my... I don't mind. Like, if it's professionally framed, sure, yeah, put glass on my project, but personally, I don't put glass in my project, partly because I don't want to have to deal with the spacers, I don't want to have to... No, I don't want any of that. And I don't usually use... What are those things called? Mat. I don't put a mat on most pieces. Like, if I'm framing them myself, I don't usually use a mat because I can find a frame that's close enough that I don't need... Like, for example, if I put a mat on this, it'd be silly because the mat would be like so small. So I just don't mat most of my stuff, especially when it's so tight to, like, when I only have an inch here and here and here and here. So there's no point because the mat would only be like a ½ inch. So it's not worth it. And it's extra money I don't need to spend. So... Anyway, yes, back to this. The bear, started him at some point after I finished the ferret. Basically right away. Basically right away. So, you'll be happy to know I got pretty far. I'm almost done him. Like, I'm almost done stitching the bear. And then I have to do all of the background, which, thank the Lord, there's no pollen in this. We all know how much I hate pollen. I just hated it. I hated it with a passion. I just didn't want to do it every single time. And there is no more of it. I mean, I have one more. I have the reindeer, which is the last one, and that has snow. But the snow was better than the pollen. I could deal with the snow a little bit more than I could deal with the pollen. Anyway, I'm going to stop complaining about the pollen. Here we are. But yeah, the bear is almost done. I only have his little butt to do here. And then he will be done, and then I just need to do the background over here, and then the background over here, and along his, what is this, left side? Sorry, y'all. You know, I get on a Flosstube, and all of a sudden I have something stuck in my throat. Every time. Every time. I've been fine all day. But, yeah. So here he is, and you'll notice, I've done this before, but I'm going to do it again. The fabric is different. It is a different green. It is a little bit brighter. If you get it on different fabric, like especially Aida is quite a bit brighter than this. And I only know because I have a friend who got the Aida of Jennifer, and the Jennifer is a bit brighter than it is on the linen, so I'm sure the Sarah would be. But I am doing the summer part on Sarah, which, as you can see, is a different green. It is less brown. This is more brown in it. This does not have, I don't think, any brown. This is like purely green. It doesn't come across on the screen quite the same as it does. It's pretty close. It's actually pretty close. And this is pretty close too. So they are different. I know it's hard to tell sometimes when you're just holding them up by themselves. It's like, are you using the same fabric? No. So it is a different fabric. So that's that. I don't have a comparison photo for you because you've not seen this before. And that is all of the projects that I've worked on. I do have haul, and I do have, well, it's all haul, and then like a reasoning, because I need a reason. What the heck? Okay. So I got my Grace Notes fabrics, fabric of the month, but I also got extra stuff because, you know, it's me. So here we are. And I have this already in a bag because it is a project that I want to start so badly. So badly. And if you are on their Facebook, their group on Facebook, then you will have seen this fabric up already. And here it is. It's called Black Licorice, and this fabric was dyed because I needed it. So I basically told Corinne I need this color, and she dyed it for me, and then they've put it into their like gourmet line. And it is amazing. This is 40 count. Is it 40 count? Is it 40 count? I'm pretty sure it is. The tag pulled off. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, it is. So I bought this because I need it for a project. I'm not going to show what the project is. I'm just going to tell you what it is, and if you're interested, you can go find it. It is a long dog sampler. And I actually decided I was between two different projects. Actually, I'll show you. I'm not going to flash it up on the screen. I'm going to just show you with my phone. I was between two different projects, and I did not know which one I wanted to do, because Corinne is currently working on... Corinne, what is the name of your long dog? She's working on a project, and I love that one. But I also saw another one that I really, really like. And at first I was like, nah, I'll do the one that Corinne's doing. I really like that one. But then I was like, looking at this other pattern, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of stitches in this one. And I really want to use the floss color a lot. And I have a lot of it. So I went and decided I was going to do Legal High on this fabric. So this is what the pattern looks like. Isn't it beautiful? So I'm going to do that on this fabric. And the floss I'm going to be using is my sea glass from Farmhouse Flossies. Isn't that just going to be amazing? Can we just die? I mean, come on. How beautiful is that going to be? Just, I know. And it's so funny because I'm doing this on 40 count. I still had to get a whole half for this project. It is huge. It is 341 by 358. It's huge. So I had to get a huge piece of fabric, which, am I complaining? No. But it's so big. I'm just so excited. I want to start this so bad. I'm like struggling not to drop out of No New Starts. Struggling. But I'm so close to the end. I want to be able to finish. So yeah, so I'll be doing this on this. I'm so excited. It's going to be beautiful. It's just, I wanted the floss to pop, I think, on this dark gray. It's going to look so good. Yeah, so that was some of my extra order. So I have it in a bag, already ready to go with all of the floss in there. Because I'm dying to start. It's going to be so pretty. But we know me, I can't start because I'm trying really hard to finish. And then you've seen this on my channel already before, but I needed to buy another piece of Hannah. If you're new here, hi, I'm Hannah. And this is the fabric that is named after me. So I needed more of it. I'm stitching one piece on it, and I have another piece that is a Lugana that I haven't used, but it is not big enough. I needed a bigger piece for the project that I plan to put on here, that I will be starting next year. And So it is beautiful. I can't. This color is just amazing. It's so good. This is also a 32 count, and it is a fat half because I needed a full fat half. I don't need it for I need it for the width because it didn't fit width-wise on any other piece of fabric. It's just too, like, the project I'm doing on it is too long for like a quarter, so whatever. And then in that package, I think I got a freebie. I don't know. It's super cute. She just sent this along, and I think it's just something. I think maybe she stitched it because she usually like passes off her stitch stuff to me. I don't know. It's super cute. It's so small though. It's just I think it's a pretty small. Yeah, it's 74 by 106, so it's like really tiny. Mm-hmm. Oh shush! It's just the neighbor. The neighbor's dog is barking. And then I also got the bat, which is the next one in the series that I don't have. So now I have 10 of them, and I need 2 more. So the next one I'll get is the beaver, and then after that I'll get the reindeer, and then I'll be done. I'll have all of them. And then my fabric of the month from them, you've all probably seen it already because I got it like 2 weeks ago. Like literally the day after I made my last video, of course, right? But I get the color and the neutral, and I get the color in on Lugana, and I get the neutral on linen, and yeah, they're both beautiful, but I have a favorite for sure, and it's not this one, which everybody would assume it would be this one, but this is the color. That's not gonna look right. I mean, it's not right. It's close. It's not really. It's not that blue. It looks a lot more blue on the screen. It is not. It's not that blue. It's like a mint color. It's like a really like poppy mint color. And it's called Minuet. So it is not accurately being shown. It's not going to. Sorry. That is the life of us Flosstubers, trying to get the camera to pick it up correctly. It's never gonna happen, but here we are. Now my favorite. This one is so good, and it is not gonna show up correctly. It is just not. I already know that it's just not gonna look right. And I know this because I was watching somebody else. I don't remember who I was just watching it. I don't remember. And they were showing it, and it didn't look, I was like, that's not what it looks like. And she even said, she was like, it's not right. It's like, yeah, it's not. So this one is called Mojito Smoothie. And y'all, this is so good. This is such a good fabric. Oh my gosh. Can we just die? Oh my gosh. It's not right. It is not blowing it out, like it's not washing it out, but it's just like you're not getting all of the colors. There are like purples and grays and greens and browns. I mean, there is so much going on this fabric. Oh my gosh, I love it. I need to do something on this ASAP. Like ASAP Rocky, right now. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It is so good. Yeah. I can't wait till this comes out, like, for sale. I'm buying more. Like, it is so good. I have a whole half here. I'm buying more. I need this in my life. Like, it just looks... Okay, I'm one of those... I'm kind of like Bobby. Pumpkin Creek Primitives. I'm kind of like her. I love dirty looking fabrics, and, like, that's a compliment. I mean that as a compliment. Like, this is, like, almost a little grungy and dirty looking. Like, I love that. So good. Like Mud Hippo is kind of like a dirty looking, if that's not a for sale fabric, sorry. That is just like a offshoot problem child piece of fabric. It's an offshoot of Oh John. And Oh John kind of looks a little like grungy too. So I love those. Those are like my favorite. And this is doing that for me. And then the last thing, I just got this in my mailbox today. And funnily enough, I think it's very similar to, where did I put it? It's very similar to, oh, there it is. It's very similar to this one. It's not quite as dark, I don't think. But anyway, my Fiberlicious came, and it's called Ashes to Ashes. And here's what it looks like. I think my husband's home. My dog might start barking. Here's what it looks like. It's got some really cool, I really like this. This is very Halloween-y, but I could see doing this, it's doing other stuff. Like, I'm almost wondering, that yellow would look really good on this. What do we think? Maybe if I start this on its own, like outside of the round robin, this might be a really good, and it's 46 count, so I would be doing 1/2. It would be really small. I think that might be an option for me, because this is a really good fabric for that. Like, the yellow would look really good on this. Anyway, so yeah, that's my Fiberlicious. And I think that's everything. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. If I am forgetting something, oh well. So that's me for the next 2 weeks, I think. I should be back in 2 weeks. Unless something crazy happens and I come back next week, who knows? Who knows what the schedule is? Right now the schedule is really working. I really like this every 2 weeks thing. When I finish with the Cottage Garden Samplings series, I might go back to weekly. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. We're keeping it up in the air. For now, it's every 2 weeks, but I hope that works for people. So yeah, I think that's everything. I am going to go figure out if my husband's home. I have no idea. I can't. Everybody's barking outside. I can't focus. I can't function. So I will talk to you guys in 2 weeks. Have a good one.